Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb and the Mechanitor, and back with some more of what I can only describe as Indecision 2025. Dweeb, what the heck are we gonna do with you? What is your plan? You tell me, Dweeb. You tell me. What is your plan for this colony? Because I don't know what it is. Now, somebody did pop up in comments say, here's something that could help with your decision. Why don't you build a grav anchor here, travel around, see if you like somewhere better, and then, I don't know, analyze from there. Really good idea. I like that idea. Unfortunately, I don't have enough plasteel to do that. I need 300 plasteel to build a grav anchor. I have everything else, but I need 300 plasteel. So if a trader wanted to show up who maybe had a whole bunch of plasteel, that would be great. Or barring a whole bunch, even 41 would do the trick. In the meantime, we are working on the throne room. We're going to get Dweeb a little bit royal around here. The grand meditation room is going to take, well, basically forever to build. These things take, like, it seems like a game year to build these things. I do notice we're missing a bit of tile in here. So what did I put in here? Slate? All right, let's get a slate floor going on in here. Yeah, like that. Thank you. That's just going to make me nuts. Lumpy, what are we actually researching these days? Carpet making. Oh, good. We're sticking to the important things around here. Okay. As is often common, what is my best next move? I was thinking about broadening the SS gift box here, because if we're going to go on a longer journey, like we're just going to kind of poodle around for a little bit, we might want to think about having more people or just having more space. But that grav anchor, I believe, is not a small amount of grav tiles. So that is, yeah, 80. 80 grav light panels for that, and I've only got 127. That doesn't leave me a lot of extras. Speaking of grav light panels, where is the next sort of grav light area? Over there. Okay, that looks like that's the closest one in the area. And that is an ancient stockpile with a grav core. And what do we got here? It's dry, it's a desert. Nothing particularly awful, it's just a dry desert. Okay, I've seen a lot worse when it comes to getting grav cores. I went into the Scarlands last night on my own private playtime, and boy, the Scarlands are not to be trifled with, let me assure you. Okay, get things moving a little bit faster here. How's the food thing? We're often starving. We often have no food. Food seems to be somewhat under control for the time being, if not perfect, but it'll do. We're even making some fine meals, which is nice. How's the crop situation going these days? What with the hydroponics and all? Yeah, those are coming in nicely. And it's the middle of spring, so all these things will be popping up too at some point. So we wanted to do probably some bedrooms around here. And the problem with that is I can only go to here. I can't go any further than here because I've kind of parked the ship in a weird place. So if I go there, actually, I say that, I was going to move the thrusters, wasn't I? This is why you put two panels over here, Dave, so you can move the thrusters. Okay, you don't need to have the thrusters down there. They could go somewhere else. Never mind, I figured it all out. It's been like a week since I played Dweeb and the Mechanitor, excuse me. So I often forget what I'm doing. Then we want to get some bedrooms in there because, well, more bedrooms is never going to hurt. We're going to have some extra rooms in case we get a refugee quest or something like that, because right now my refugee room that I deliberately made in case we get a refugee quest is taken up by being a prison. Witty, by the way, how are we doing with you? Have we converted? Do we believe in this? Yeah, we believe in this temple nonsense. How are we doing with the whole prisoner thing? 2.9 on that. Remind me one more time, Woody. You've been here for a really long time, so I don't specifically remember who you are or what you do. Really good animal skill, decent cooking skill, decent artistic skill. All of that's pretty good. Even a little bit of intellectual in there. You're not very combative. You're not very fighty. But you can do a lot of other things not too bad. But I think I am going to have a think about how big I want this colony to get, because it's getting awful big, and a lot of these people aren't that good at things. We'll see. Is anyone going to build... wait, are we in a weird zone? Have I restricted you somehow? No, you guys are all in unrestricted. How about the mechs? Yeah, the mechs are in the home zone. That's fine. Combat supplier. Okay. Unlikely. Oh, there was an exotic goods trader in range. They probably had plasteel if I didn't already buy it from them. Hey, Dweebster, could you go chit-chat to these guys, please? Unlikely that they'll have plasteel, but, I mean, it's worth a shot. Combat supplier, if nothing else, they might have some cool weapons kicking around. So, what have you got? First of all, do you have any plasteel? Looking like a hard no on that. Yeah, definitely looking like a hard no on having any plasteel. You have no components. I'm always running shy on those. I'll probably take your medicine. Yeah, we'll probably go ahead and just grab that medicine. That's always going to be a good thing. It's never going to hurt to have more medicine. A gene pack for trotter hands. Great. So I can give people pig feet. I don't know why I would want to do that. That seems like that would be a terrible idea, and apparently make them very fertile. I I can only assume those two traits are not connected, because under no circumstances would I consider those two traits to be connected. You can have... Do I have any, like, garbage weapons I could get rid of? Probably don't need a lot of these things, really. Get rid of this bolt-action rifle. Maybe one of the revolvers. Yeah, that's not bad. You have a laser. I tell you, I would love to have that laser. Boy, that'd be fun to have a laser. Have me a good old laser there. I don't really have a lot to sell. That's the problem. I have a quantity of gold. And gold can be acquired. I can get gold. There are places to get gold. If I wanted to buy that, now I can't afford that. But what if I gave you, say, like 100 gold? I can barely afford it. Boy, I really would like that laser, though. I super sure would like that laser. That seems like an awful good thing to have, be a laser. Do I really want it that bad? I'll have no money left. And no real capacity for making money either. I just don't have a lot to sell these guys. I need to keep the tea. I have genetically dependent drug addicts. Got one subcore, but why would I sell that? That seems like a very silly idea. How much do I want a laser? The answer is I want a laser a lot. Yeah, I really want a laser. Okay, who's getting the laser? Who's like wicked good at shooty stuff? Actually, Dweeb these days. Oh, Lumpy. Lumpy. And you've only got a bolt-action rifle. Lumpy, how would you love to have a laser? Would you like to have a laser? I know you do. I take a break from research there and go get a laser. It costs me like everything I've got. Hey, how about we did some art then? How about we got on the art game? So why don't we, Butch is working on a large sculpture. Why don't we make like 5 small sculptures? We'll see if we can get going on that. The component thing, although I'm often shy of them, is at least looking a little bit better. 36 is a heck of a lot better from where I've been. That might be what we use the SS gift box for. Drop in on a map, mine out whatever components or other cool stuff there is, gold, plasteel, whatever, and then leave, and then keep doing that. Just keep doing that map after map. That is not a bad idea. Hey, is anyone going to do my thing here? I'm just asking if anyone's going to do my thing, because I got things I need to be doing. It's probably the... Yeah, see, the bot is obsessed. Wow. We've been working on that throne for like a game day. We've barely knocked 200 off of that. But we've got carpets. So that's super exciting. We've got carpets now. I want to get into Devil Strand. I don't really care if I have it, but the clothes you make from it are A, very good and durable, and B, they sell well. I'm also going to need a harp at some point. You know what? Devil Strand's a wicked quick one. Just bang that out super fast if you could. And speaking of harps, I need the whatchamacallit, the smithy for that. I need the smithy for that. Or the... What is it called? Not the smelter. No, yeah, it is the smithy. Okay, so let's put a smithy down here. Just as you're doing that, make sure you don't have one of those. You do that a lot. You put up duplicates and things. No, I've got the smelter, but not the smithy. I didn't put that up here for some reason, did I? No, that would have been a very silly idea. Hey, oh, you did my thing. Okay, cool. So reinstall this one up here, and reinstall this one up here. In fact, I could take a couple of extra panels. How much does it cost to make a thruster? Thrust me here. What do we got? Small thruster, 4 components, and 180 steel. Or just get the large thruster. Oh, I don't have the vac stone blocks, though. Right, we're going to have to go into space for that one. That ain't going to come easily. I think I'd like to put up another chem fuel tank, or maybe just one of the large ones. So I could do that. It's only 200 steel. You say 200, you've only got 1,400 in stock, man. I think this is the first thing the SS gift box is going to be used for. Just mining expeditions. If I were going to do that, who's my top miner these days? Chella or Smog or Raphael, kind of a little bit. Butch is actually very good. Butch is very good at that. So what if I put up a couple more panels here and did some more thrusters because we like thrusting. Thrusting's good. Let's double our thrusting capacity here. I'm going to put 2 more thrusters over there. And then the large chem fuel tanks. So these hold 250. I believe the large holds 750. So that could really free up some space right there. And I can do it. There's no particular reason not to. Deconstruct both of these. We're going to make some minor changes to the SS gift box here, just to get it going farther and faster and all sorts of neat things like that. Also, those panels can be removed. Don't really need those right now. So pop those down there and there. And I'm also thinking, again, you gotta save 80. You have to save a minimum of 80. So don't be going nuts there. You've only got about 40 to spare. I'd like to see if I could maybe get like a solar panel on the front of the ship. See how that might work, but I don't really feel I have the panels for that. So those guys gave us a gift. What did they give us? Is it another laser? That'd be awesome. What'd you give us? Plasteel? Plasteel? Did you have plasteel in your inventory? I didn't see... Maybe I missed it. I did not see plasteel in your inventory. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, grav anchor, here we come. Does that need to be inside or out? Does that need to be outside? Like, can I? No, I can't put it in here, but I could put it right over here. Yep, could pop that down. That's a pretty good spot for that. It'll be well defended in case a raid turns up. I should think long-term about building, well, what I can only describe as a hangar for the SS gift box. Just build a large building around it, and then take the roof off so it can fly in and out. Because absolutely raiders will target this. Specifically the thrusters and the cooler. They love going for coolers. They must all be British. They just hate air conditioning. It's just very, very British raiders and come by and go, air conditioning? Well, we're not having that miracle of modern science. No, sir. We like it hot, steamy, and full of bugs, just like our ancestors did. We will not have your modern witchcraft of air conditioning around here. They always target the air conditioning. Okay, that's great. That grav anchor is going to take a while to build. It's some work to do that. But that's fantastic. What a great gift. I am thrilled. It was actually like Christmas. Like, thank you. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. My smithy's in. Let's build a harp, because we're going to need one for the throne room anyway. And where are we at on, like, wood? We have a quantity of wood. Any more steel I could be carving out that might be sort of readily accessible? I think I've kind of picked a lot of this map clean. Yeah, we're trying to go through here, start bisecting mountains. Well, I say start. We've been bisecting mountains for ages. Not really seeing any good pockets of steel. Let's keep the plan moving here. Oh, what? Oh, it's okay. It's a thing. I'll deal with that in a sec. That better not be a cube. If that's a cube, okay, just if you're getting caught up, go watch the Sanguiphage run. That better not be a cube. If that's a cube, I am 100% out. I will be out of here like last year, as they say these days. But go ahead and bring that down there, and I don't know, maybe like one in there. Maybe there's some steel in there. What? Okay, unspecified cargo. This is going to be a cube. This is going to be a cube. This is going to be an anomaly thing. They're going to send a mystical, weird cube that everyone is going to get fascinated with, and they'll get addicted to the cube. And then they're going to go into cube comas if they don't have the cube. And frankly, the rewards are not that great for putting up with cube issues. A biomutation lance, I don't know why I would want to mutate an animal to make it into something worse. Steel plate armor, I could make that myself. No problem. And a skill trainer for social is really good. I'm not saying that would be my best reward right there. A skill trainer for social and some money. But not in exchange for a cube. No, thank you. No, sir. Not today. No cube nonsense around here. I'm finally getting somewhere with this colony. We're finally going to actually go and do something. No. We're not having that. Now, going back to where we're going. So I could hop. I might be able to make that in one hop. Is that what I want to do, though? What is the, it is large hills. Okay, so there very well could be some steel or some components over there. We've done Devil Strand. Neat, fun, cool. How about we did, well, you know what? We never actually got tube television. Why don't we get that for the gang? They'll love that sort of thing. All right, get out of that and get out of that. So that's, okay. Oh, Whitty's resistance has been broken. Excellent. We'll get on board with you. That means I really got to get moving on some bedrooms here, guys. So how about we did some granite? Let me see here. How about we did a granite wall? So some sort of corridor. Just do that for... No, not that one. That was a terrible idea, Dave. What exactly was your thought process with that? Do a... Actually, I don't need the door there. But I do need a door over here so we can get in and out. And then before you get all excited about things... They've already gotten excited about things. I get it. The guys get excited about things. Do another granite wall, like sort of... I know I'm kind of chipping out a bit of the zone here. We'll all learn to cope. Do a bedroom like that. Yes, I know, it's way bigger than it needs to be. But as we have previously discussed many times in RimWorld, colonists will put up with a tremendous amount of abuse bordering on war crimes, so long as you give them a really, really nice bedroom. And you know what? I get it. I get it. In the real world, you know, you go through your day, you're all stressed out, everything's awful, and then you come home to your nice bedroom, you're like, this is better. My grab anchor's done. Well, we can leave and not burn this map to the ground. We can leave if we want to. That's kind of fun. Oh, but we're not going anywhere without any fuel tanks, though, are we, Dave? No. Pop that guy right over there. And then I could put some more shelves here or something like that. In fact, I could line this whole thing with shelves for, you know, storage more than anything. Let's cut down, like, everything that is nature around here, because I'd like to do things out of wood because it's really easy to do, and trees are plentiful on this map. Just take them all down. Yep, deforest the entire area. Nature is for suckers. Okay, there we go. Speaking of nature, how's the food situation coming along here? All right, we got some potatoes coming in fairly soon. That corn, about half grown. That crow is going to eat some potatoes, but, well, there you go. What am I going to do? Go out and shoot them? Maybe the tigers will take care of them. You never know. I don't think... Well, cat versus bird, that's kind of like nature's way, isn't it? Like, cats are totally into taking out birds. My cat isn't. He just sort of stares at them out the window. What do you want me to do? I'm not allowed outside. I don't know. What do you think I'm going to do with this bird? I'm not allowed out the front door. So let's put some shelving up in here like this. And then I don't need to not block the light. I understand that I don't need to not block the light, but... I don't know, sometimes I just don't block the light because I don't. Later on, I'll probably go ahead and put another bunch of shelves in there, but here we are. That'll be some decent storage. That'll kind of take the strain off throwing things on the floor as we do. Now, we wanted to get into some packaged survival meals for this. Suspended. Let's unsuspend that right now. So start making those. And they'll go for the simple meals anyway before they eat the packaged survival meals. They want the best meals first. And then this is going to be Witty's bedroom eventually. I'll just let them get on with that a little bit. This is going to take a while. I do have a lot on their plate. Yeah, the bot's just going to be dead. 2,800 work left on this. Dweeb, you're not going to be royal in the near future. It's just, it takes a while. And hey, why don't we put a chair down here as well? Because it takes a while to make a harp, as I recall. So pop a harp down there. Excuse me, pop a chair so you can build the harp later. It must cost an inordinate amount of time to build a harp. I mean, they got like a zillion strings on them, right? There's like so many strings on that thing. One of the hardest instruments to learn. I think it's like harp, piano, and violin are some of the hardest instruments to learn. I used to know someone who's played the harp. She was never very good at it, but she was very enthusiastic. Witty's on board. Witty, welcome to the team. You've immediately stripped naked. Good choice. Good choice there, sir. How about you didn't? So don't wear ratty clothes. There you go. Baby, you can not wear ratty clothes. Thank you. There we go. And Raphael is naked, as usual. So Raphael is just going to kind of do Raphael for the moment. Witty, you need to be number one on all the things you need to be number one on. Now, you're very, very good at animals, okay? And apparently very good at fishing. Okay, oh, that's the animal skill. I always think fishing is a hunting skill, but no, it's the animal skill. And then everything else you're kind of broadly not great at. Why don't you do some cleaning and some hauling around here? You could be just like a fisherman. That could be interesting. Everybody does these things whether they're good at it or not, because even if you're not good at it, you'll get it done eventually. And then remind you of crafting skill. You have a crafting skill. You could be 3 on that. But yeah, do we have any water on that? Yeah, we got fish over here. Yeah, you're going to be totally loving this. There's like salmon over there. They're catfish. Look at that. Witty's right in. Right out of prison, right into fishing. That's handy. That's just basically almost free food with no threat to it. And all of these can now not be prisoner beds. These can be for colonists. So if we do get a nice refugee quest, I got somewhere to put them, basically. Speaking of which, your bedroom is done. Let's get some power lines in there. Oh, I already got power lines going through there. Cool. Let's do some furniture then. How about you had a light here, and then obviously a nice wooden double bed could live right there, and then all the other amenities that you get for that sort of thing. An end table, and then the dresser. It's all going to be lovely around here, Woody. You just keep up with the fishing, and we'll do everything else. Now, what have I got for flooring? Right now just do it in wood, because I want to keep the stone blocks to keep the plan of kind of reworking the base into something mildly less flammable. Speaking of which, where are we at on making... Okay, yeah, we're making stone blocks. Beta's down here making stone blocks right now. What are we doing that on? Yeah, just do it forever. That's fine. Just keep doing that until you're done doing that. Hey, here's a thought. Could make this ground into a growing area. It won't grow very quickly, not compared to the hydroponics, but it will grow. Yeah, let's do that. For extra food is extra food. Make this whole thing into a growing area. There we go, one growing zone. What does that default to? Potatoes? Yeah, that's fine. Put some potatoes in there. We've got the light, we've got the heat. We may as well be doing something with it. Actually, I say that, no, not in here. So 2 of those and 1 of those. So hang on, now give me just the zone. So shrink that, 1 of those and those. Is that correct? Yes, much better. Okay, good, excellent. Everybody grow some potatoes in there. And by everybody, I mean the Agrahan bots. Now, where are we at over here? This is coming along fine. I could just do wooden floors. Wooden floors will be stupid easy to put up, and it'll save my stone blocks for, again, making the base into something less flammable. Yeah, wooden floors are flammable as well, Dave. Yeah, I know, but here we are. And let's just all learn to cope with that. Why did I do 2 corridors? Yeah, thank you, Tube Television. Why did I do 2 corridors over here? Dave, you already did a corridor. Wow. Yeah, you really haven't played this one in a while, have you? Okay, hang on. We need to radically restructure many things that are going on here. All of this can get deconstructed for now. And then I got to kind of bump everything down here a little bit. Okay. Okay. You can probably, if you want to go ahead and erase your comment, or actually, no, please keep it. Engagement is everything. Please make multiple comments about how very silly the double corridor idea is. Or it might be genius. You never know. There might be a perfectly good reason in the back of my head that I did 2 corridors. I just haven't realized it yet, because that's the nature of being a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So, yeah, we'll fidget with this a little bit. We'll make this different than what it is right now. My fuel tank is in and fueled up. Could use a little bit more chem fuel just to kind of stock up a little bit. So I'm going to make another 10 of those. All right, and theoretically, we could leave at any moment. Our last thruster is not up. We have the stuff we need. There's components there somewhere. I just think we're not really... We've got a lot going on. I've just given them a lot of projects all at once. Any word on my harp? Not a little bit. Okay, cool, awesome, thank you. Anything new I can do in my hospital? Oh, well, first things first, we need a research project. So let's see, we've done sterile materials. And that could lead us to, where are the medical beds? We've done the hospital bed, so now we need the machine that goes ping, the vitals monitor. And I've got a small surplus of components that I could start to do hospital beds in. Let's just do them one at a time, because it ain't nothing. I think it's like 8 apiece on the hospital beds. It is 5. Okay, still not nothing. Still, that's 10 components to do 2 beds, because that's what 5 times 2 means. So if you take 5 and you double it, then it is in fact 10. I'm not good at math, but I can at least bang out that one. And do we have any statues made at this point? Nah. Can't. Well, Witty, you're into that. Right, you're into art. Hang on, you can do artsy things. Why am I not having you be my primary artist? So why don't you... Yeah, you got a skill of 7. Why don't you be my main artist? And then a backup fisherman. So if you got no art to do, go fishing. Boy, that sounds like a relatively relaxing life. That sounds ideal. Just go fishing. What kind of mechs could I make? Do we ever make my tunneler? Remind me what I needed to do that. 150. Oh, more plasteel. Dang it. No, it was smarter to do the grab anchor. I'm happier with the grab anchor. because now we can leave and not burn this map to the ground. Now I can really be indecisive. Now I can be a master of indecisiveness because I have the option of coming back at any moment. Yeah, sorry about this one, guys. It's just kind of pull it all apart and start all over again with that. I don't know. Tony, I don't know why I did a double corridor here. I just don't. I clearly built a corridor and then built another one. There we go. My thruster's going in. And do we have this rigged for what? Butch is doing inspired recruitment. Cool. We needed that like a month ago. Let's put the packaged survival meals in here. All right? And make that critical right now. Just let's start loading those in if we've made any yet. I don't know that we have. Have we started on this? Packaged meals ×4. No, we haven't. Should we be murdering things? Well, a turtle and some guinea pigs. Again, anything that doesn't fight back or explode is food. And then pretty soon, I don't really... Thank you, Butch. I appreciate it. Don't really need to worry about this. This is going to come in fairly soon. Obviously, the corn's going to take a long time, but the rest of it will come in the fullness of time. Yeah, sorry, Wraith, Smog. I'm not really sure what I was thinking with this. Hey, if you want to feel better, you could maybe put in a door down here. How about we did a slate door like here, so you guys can get in and out. And then I got to bump this bedroom down a little bit for Witty. Witty, again, you're not very combative. Wow, you're broadly terrible, aren't you? Do I have any weapons at all kicking around for this guy? I don't think I do. Also, let's put that lamp back up. I don't really know why we're just kind of sitting on that. Just put that there. Obviously, oh, I have a couple of weapons. Not much. Witty, I'm not going to rely on you very much, so why don't you just go get that auto pistol? Okay? And then, yeah, keep up with the art. You're doing good work with the art, kid. We love everything you're doing in the art game. How's my throne coming? Oh, boy. Yeah. All right. Well, we're about halfway there. Huzzah. Who's going to have a break risk now? It's Stillwater. It's always Stillwater. Yeah, people don't like you. You don't like them. You're hot and sweaty. You're soaking wet. That seems to be a contradiction. High life missing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of narcotics, kid. I'm doing the best I can. I have a limited amount of narcotics for you. But Beta's down here doing more chem fuel. Good. So we'll hopefully be able to make a return trip. So I've got, what, about 360 some odd in there. I need 750 for the tank. Oh, and by the way, don't put any food on here. So no food, no food, no food, no food. Yes, I know we can cut and paste. Yes, I know I can copy and paste. Here's me doing it manually. I like the exercise, you see. What? Oh, it's Stillwater again. Yeah, Stillwater. Just come to grips with your life. Hey, Baby Black, how are you doing these days? Are you, like, what are you at? Yeah, you're really getting good at shooting things. You're wicked into shooting things. I should get you going on something else like crafting or construction or something. Actually, can you do construction yet? How old are you? Oh, you're 9. I don't think you can do construction until you're 10. Yeah, it's the small hands, you see. You just can't hold a hammer. They've done many of these things that I wanted them to do. What's that? Slate, and then I've got a little bit more granite. Okay, so let's just do this, and then that. Hang on, before you get into that, let's just actually make sure we can get in and out of there. Cancel that one, and then kind of bump everything down here. So reinstall that there, and reinstall that like that. And then we're going to do it all over again, kids. And also, like, put floors in here, too, because everyone likes to have a nice floor. So put that in there. Okay, and then when they're done, I'll just finish off that last bit over there. And speaking of which, I wasn't really, but also deconstruct my very silly idea over here. There we go. Deconstruct all of that. This will all make sense eventually. And you'll be like, oh my god, he really is a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. In the meantime, it's going to be kind of a hard roll. You're like, oh god, I hate everything that's happening right now. Why won't he do this sensibly? The fact is, I just won't. I simply won't. Oh, yeah, I don't really need to worry as much. I forgot about my infinite chem reactor. It's 75 chem fuel every few days, which is not bad. I don't really need to rely so much on the biofuel Hoosie McWhatsit thing there. But hey, you know what? We've got it anyway, and that's going to be a good amount of stuff for our return trip. Surveying operation, you say? Okay, Shining Captain Priscilla. Rumors of my grav ship. Yes, it's the SS gift box. It's extremely efficient design. Survey a distant region, protect her by surveying equipment. Well, pilot sub-persona core would not be bad. The thing is, though, you're going to be very, 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 very far away. Very far away. When they say remote, they are not kidding at all. I'm going to go ahead and say no on that. Thank you. I just don't... Maybe if I had a shuttle or something like that, which could go farther, I might think about that. But it's a lot of work and time for that one thing, which is nice, but not essential. I don't feel it's essential. Now, before we leave, let me check out what our long-term sustainability is in the SS gift box. We've got heat. Okay, we've got vents to move the heat around. I might put in another heater. Could think about that. I'm not going to be leaving with the things I need to make a heater, though. I'm not going to leave with like components and steel. We're going to hope that we pick those up on the way. Could use another vent here, seeing that that could be somewhere. I'd love to just put one heater here, and that heats the entire SS gift box, which is entirely feasible. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Beta, I see you're choosing to eat in the ship. It is actually a pretty nice rec room. You're not wrong. You're going to be able to play poker while you're out. Oh, Stillwater's gone off. Okay, you're in minor pain. Now you're going to just go around and kind of trip out for a little bit. That's cool. Of all the things you could be doing, that's the least offensive, frankly. Could I get us to not store packaged survival meals in here? And then copy that and just kind of paste that around a little bit. Really like to start moving these over to the ship. So let's make sure we don't store them over here, and also don't store them here. That should cover most of it. Oh, also, if the tigers could not eat that you know what, that's fine. You go ahead and eat that. That's okay. I also see we're eating some pemmican, which is odd. Why would we think we wanted to do that? That doesn't seem... Oh, maybe the tigers are. Tigers might be coming and eating the pemmican. That's entirely possible, and that's fine. Tigers get to do whatever they want because, you know, yay tigers. Any good stuff in our new bisection up here? No, not really. Not really. Okay, where would I head? So obviously, kind of like to head in the direction of getting that grav core. That would not be a bad idea. Don't know what I'm going to need to do to get the grav core. It could be fighty. It could be researchy, like we've got to hack things. So I should think about bringing a fighty team with a doctor of some sort and somebody who's reasonably intelligent. Yeah, try putting all that together. Who's smart? Chella, you're actually fairly smart. And you're a good doctor. Sorry, that's Beta. Sorry, I was one down. Beta, good doctor and pretty smart about things. Okay, Lumpy, smart but no doctor. And then we're going to have to think about but Lumpy's got the laser. But Dave, you could take the laser off of Lumpy and give it to someone else. Sure. Or Lumpy could have a laser. You know, either way. Oh, sorry, Witty. This is going to be your bed, and also we will be filling in this hole in the wall, I assure you. So this bed is yours. You can have this, Witty. Where'd you go here? Yep, there you go. That's yours. We're working on the hole in the wall right now, kid. It's totally going to come together for you. You're going to love everything that's happening around here. And what are we doing over here? Oh, we're still sewing, what is that, cotton? Yeah, cotton. All right, we don't actually have the best agricultural team here. I've got, how many agri-hands do I have? Just the one. Yeah, just the one agri-hand. Okay, well, we'll pick it up as we go along. There we go, potatoes. Why not grow something in here? Okay, wait, my batteries seem very low. Why are my batteries so low? How much geothermal am I kicking these days? Is it just the 2? It might be because I was so low on components for such a long time. I never got any other geothermal going. We could use some more power. Where do I think there might be another geothermal vent around here? You know, you can search for those, Dave. Yeah, I know, but I found one. It's right here. See? That was easy. It's not like the easiest one to get to, but it's about the closest one that I see. So how about we do... But I'm just blowing components now. You give me a few components, all of a sudden I'm spending them all day. Put that over there, and then draw some power lines from, like... I'm not even going to bother doing the hidden ones. There to there to there. And then let's box this guy in with, say, some slate. I have a good amount of slate right now. So do a slate wall right around it, sort of like this. We'll take those trees down. It's not going to hurt to have a few more trees around here. Bring that in like that, and then put in a slate door there. That's going to take a while. They got a lot of stuff to chop down before anything's going to happen in that regard. All right, where am I at here? Nowhere. We could leave. I don't have nearly enough food set up, but we could leave. Why don't we... Oh, the power's back up and running good. You know what? More geothermal will never be a bad idea. So yeah, keep this going and make that number 1. Because we'll get through that fairly quickly. Anything else we could be murdering? Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to murder except that squirrel. Might have to send out a kill squad. Where's that mega sloth? Right there. Right there, being all asleep and stuff. Team, I know it's the middle of the night. Could we get up and do some quick murders, please? By the way, are all of you people armed? You are all armed. Excellent. Yeah, we're just going to do a real quick murder. Maybe a couple more, because there's some muffalo down there. Didn't take the Militaurs, did you, Dave? No, didn't do that. Attack this guy, please. And shoot him a whole bunch. Especially with the laser. I want to see laser. Laser, thank you. Oh, laser's doing good. Okay, that guy's done. So we'll have that. And then how about we just kind of went over here like a bunch of complete jerks and killed some other things. I think that would be handy. Well, move it along there, guys. Move it along. Move it along. Let's just sort of line up here-ish. And let's attack that guy. There we go. More shooting, more shooting, more shooting, more shooting. Muffalo revenge, kind of, but also we killed him. So it's not revenge for very long. And can we just kind of... What are you lining up like that for? What kind of firing line is that? Can we just finish this off, please? Just so... There we go. Thank you. All right. So everybody can be off duty right now. Just a little early morning murder. Stillwater, can you... no empty accessible spot. What are you talking about? No empty accessible spot. Why did we stop? Oh, okay. Yeah, when I copied and pasted that, it didn't have corpses on it. So animal corpses can go in there. Thank you. And where did we just murder that thing? Where were my murders? Oh, right over here. Thank you. Chella, could you grab that, please? And then Dweeb, on your way home, can you grab like an 800-pound animal and bring it into the freezer? Thanks, guys. Thank you. That'll keep us going for a little bit more. That'll be some more packaged survival meals. There's an ambrosia sprout. Everybody loves hardcore narcotics. How about we got that? Because that's just some money I can be spending. So yeah, get that in there. And then don't bother sewing that. Thank you. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. So, move this along. Food-wise, that's going to be good. There's really not a lot on this map. I'd really like to be rolling into wherever we roll into with more food, and if not with more food, I think I'm going to need to set up like a cooking and butcher area here. That's probably not the worst idea. How about we move this shelf over here? All right. And then this area, I might do a butcher's table and a cooking bench. That's probably pretty smart, because we're going to want to kill a lot of things when we're out. We're going to want to like just slaughter everything in the areas. We don't want to be taking time to go to the freezer and get meals. We're just going to kill everything in the area like we do. So yeah, the more I'm thinking, I'm just kind of rationing it out in my head. The more I'm thinking about that idea, the more I like it. We'll just do a cooking table and a butcher table. I mean, I could just do it outside. I could set up a campfire and the butcher spot, but I've kind of got the room, frankly. I've got a fair bit of room in here to be doing something like that, so I may as well. Got a bunch of shelves. I can make this entire thing a storage spot. Did you keep your settings, by the way? So, yeah, you did. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. You can move them over there, too. That's fine. Yep, that's totally cool. And then, do we want to get maybe a little bit more chem fuel? Yeah, the tigers are helping out here. Tigers doing good work. Yay, tigers! Just in case I don't say that enough times. Yay! Yay, tigers. What do I need apart from food to get this party started here? Because I think the answer is very, very little. Could we get somebody making sure they're on maximum cooking, please? Dweeb. We don't actually need you wardening. There's nobody to warden. If you could just be on super max cooking to get a bunch of meals out of here, that would be great. Okay. So, Dweeb, your plan now is you and Lumpy, and probably Chella, maybe Baby Black just for a training mission more than anything. Make sure I bring somebody smart. We're going to go on a bit of a trip and kind of see what lives in the area, and maybe go get those grav core panels, or excuse me, the grav light panels at the same time. I kind of like the way this is all coming together. I just need more food to do it. Ooh, some of the potatoes are coming in too. And the hydroponic rice will be in. This rice is coming in. Dweeb, I see you're kind of focused on planting. It's not really what I need you to do right now. I need you to be doing on cooking, which is your #1 task. Dweeb, don't make me do this. Wait. Oh, Dweeb's in it. Never mind. Okay, Dweeb heard me. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. I should get out of the fields. Why would I be sowing potatoes when I could be cooking potatoes? It's a much more fun thing to do. Sowing potatoes is just basically putting them in the dirt. It's not actually that challenging. You just literally put a potato in the dirt, and then later, magically, you have more potatoes. Ah, there's bugs. Yay, it's because I keep carving into the mountains, begging for a bug attack. That's why that keeps happening. I would love to just actually get rid of these guys. So let's go here. Everyone kind of assemble up here. Let's actually remember to take the Militors this time. So you can also... Okay, you'll be out of command range. You won't be for long. Dweeb will be along momentarily. So yeah, go over here. And then where's my other mech? Melitor 2, where are you? Yeah, if you could also come over here. Let's actually remember to take the mechs. I'm not going to take the Tigers, because I'm kind of sad about losing so many Tigers recently without the capacity to make more. I should think about putting a door in here. So everybody come up here. Okay, everybody come up here. Where exactly are my bug issues? Oh yeah, Raphael, you're going to want a jet, dude. You do not want to be anywhere near that nonsense. I should put everyone else in, like, I don't know, stick close to the ship or something, or stick close to the base, or the runaway zone, whatever I've got going on these days. But right now, I think we're probably going to be okay with this, especially with the Militors now that I've actually remembered to bring them, seeing as we're kind of doing a Mechanitor thing here, and I often forget that I have mechs. It just completely eludes me that I have any mechs at all. So where are the Militors here. Why don't you guys kind of go front and center here? Just if you can kind of get right in there. There we go. The bugs don't actually seem to care that we're doing any of this. You guys just hang out there, and you're on point. So you just kind of hang there, and yeah, lasers are coming in. Hey guys, could we focus on the guy who's trying to get right out here? Yep, just I see somebody trying to make an escape there. There we go, he's done. Alright, that's all going well. The Militors are taking damage, but that's kind of their point. The whole thing is that they take damage so we don't, and I constantly forget that I have them at all. We're also probably shooting them ourselves. I must imagine that we are. Why don't we go up here and see if the mechs kind of trigger anything else? Anything? No? Alright, we're going to start shooting the nest. That's cool. Why don't you guys go over here? You can shoot that other nest. And then we'll get some royal jelly out of that. That's not bad. There we go. Shoot all of that. Thank you, guys. A little bit more. Anytime now. Thank you. And then let's also get rid of these egg sacs, because those are problematic when they're not eggs anymore. And they're like things that are alive. So you guys shoot that, and you guys shoot that. That will pop out another bug or two probably, but we should be able to handle that right there. Okay. Everybody off duty. Good job, team. Well done. Everybody, good job there. And get some royal jelly as a reward. We'll take maybe a couple of the bug carcasses, because the tigers can eat that. So there we go, and there we go. And then everyone else is kind of working on the geothermal over here. Okay, so plan exists. All I gotta do is get some more meals in there, put maybe a kitchen kind of butcher area in there, and then we're out. I'm gonna take like 4-ish, maybe 5-ish people, and we're gonna go kind of on tour. Well, I say on tour. I don't know how long the tour is gonna last. It's gonna be a map-by-map tour, with the idea of being able to mine out a bunch of components and other valuable resources. And then if we find another awesome area, like, oh my god, we have totally got to live here, then we can go get the rest of the team. We can bring the ship back, pile everyone in, and then go live there. But at least I have a plan, which is more than I've had probably for the last 9 episodes of this. Guys, that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. Citizens Tropico, everything is under control. This is not a fire. This is not a fire. This is an aggressive urban redevelopment program. Increase the boa constrictor education rating. Big snake, keep away. Are you all smarter now? Oh, you have a migraine or a rattlesnake bite. Well, this is wicked simple, Linda. Have you been bitten by a snake? If the answer is no, then it's a migraine. No, I'm waving, though.
Oh,
I'm
you're
waving.
Now. That's exciting.
I'm waving very frantically.
How are you doing that?
Now,
How are you doing that?
I can't with this.
Oh.
I can't.
This is it. Right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in.